Hey, good evening. I wanted to share a little something with you. This morning, I was scheduled for therapy at 9 o'clock. Like I'm trying to stay up on top of my therapy stuff, try to keep my head straight. Um, and I slept through it. I freaking woke up halfway through, like around 9:30. Woke up all discombobulated, couldn't really think, just off. You know what I mean? And so, like, luckily, my therapist was able to get me in, and we really had a good talk. And I let her know that I've been having a hard time sleeping. I'm super freaking exhausted during the day. I'm tired. I'm still doing my workouts and everything, but halfway through the day, it seems like I crash. I need to take like a little bit of a nap. At night, it's hard for me to sleep. Like I can't fall asleep until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll fall asleep, wake up at 3 or 4. Sometimes I'll just stay awake. Um, Sometimes I'll go to sleep and can't wake up until later. It's just all kinds of messed up. And she really pointed something out to me that, that really sounds like depression. Now, for me, I live on autopilot. I just kind of go. I don't know when I'm depressed. I don't know when I'm going through something. But we also got to talking about just everything, the state of, you know, the state of the world today, and just being in healing and everything like that, and all the stuff that we're being exposed to. And it just really brought me back to understand the triggers, the things that are going on, like from the childhood trauma, with the economy. With the economy being bad, it triggered memories of when I was a kid, and I would see my parents struggle, or we'd get kicked out of somewhere, or we'd be short on food, or people wouldn't invite us places because we're the poor family. Well, the economy, even though I don't think about it, I'm a little bit more on the hustle right now. Think it could go slow to busy, and it's just not as profitable as it was. Things are more expensive. So that is causing anxiety that we don't recognize. You know what I mean? That's the reason why we're so exhausted, because we're constantly thinking, and I dream a lot, even though I can't remember those dreams, but my mind is thinking about that stuff even when I'm asleep. And then it's just, I'm real angry about like the state of our government, and it has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat, but this stuff with the Epstein files is just disgusting. And I just wish that, I just don't understand how like some countries, like even the King of England, sat his brother down and is now looking into criminal charges just for him being involved in the Epstein trial. And I look at some people, I heard a guy saying like, there's no man alive that wouldn't be on an island alone with a beautiful 14-year-old girl and not be attracted to her. And I freaking just was like filled with anger and rage when I heard that, because no, that's not true. Any man should know the difference between a little girl and a woman. But anybody that's a survivor of any kind of sexual trauma, been exposed to sexual trauma, the news is just constantly talking about this stuff, and we needed it to come out. We needed these survivors to be vindicated and to be heard and to be listened to. But it's freaking hard. It's going to trigger all of us. And some of this stuff is just so much worse than we thought. I knew it was going to be bad, but it's worse than we thought. And I just don't understand how like anybody in power that had anything to do with that is just not stripped of power immediately. And I have no respect for anybody that would try to argue that, oh, there's not enough proof, and there's just not enough to it, and it can't be that bad. No, it's that bad. But coming back to it, you can see how angry I get, intense, just talking about it a little bit. It's triggering memories of sexual trauma, of things that have happened, things that I've seen, things that I've witnessed with other people, things that I've experienced. So if you're feeling really angry, really on edge, really stressed, just be a little bit kinder to yourself right now. Because everything that's going on in the world right now is one huge trigger. The whole world is living in a trigger. Everybody's stressed about money. Everybody's stressed about safety. None of us, like that inner child doesn't feel safe right now at all, because everything's so uncertain. We don't know what the heck's going to happen in this country. I just lean on one thing, and that's my faith in God. And I know that all things somehow are going to work for the good. And I know that even if God can reveal those little things to me and help me understand that the way that I'm feeling physically is because I'm being triggered emotionally and spiritually, it's really freaking heavy. So be kind to yourself. If people are a little bit off and not treating you right, be kind to them. Just be a little bit kinder. Someone makes you angry, pray for them a little bit more. We're all really freaking going through it right now, and the world the world needs a little bit more love, a little bit more kindness, and just recognize what's freaking keeping you awake, what's giving you these bad dreams, what's making you not hungry or making you overeat, all these bad trauma responses. Just understand that those are trauma responses, and do your best to make sure that those trauma responses don't turn tragic and make us go down paths that we don't need to be. Just love yourself, love the people around you. I'm just trying to send some kind of love and knowledge and wisdom out there, and I hope that it helps somebody. If you ever have any kind of questions or need somebody to talk to, like, I'm always here. I'll do my best. And if I'm not the best person for you to talk to, I could definitely get you with someone that can. But get some help. It goes a long way. God wants you to be here tomorrow. The world needs you tomorrow. Stay up. God bless you.